Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? I did not proofread this. Hi guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with an Earth 2 update video. Are y'all excited? I know I am. Because today is the day that the developers are doing a live stream on Twitch. Link will be down below. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, 30 December. Okay, so USA right now is at $17.97 a tile. Now, this is as the making of this video. It'll definitely be 18 by the time this video releases and you guys watch it. User Matthew Fisher asks, does it matter where you buy tiles? Oh, this is a good Patreon answer, although I answer every single thing that I would in Patreon right here for free. Patreon down below. I think hell yes. We still don't know exactly where the resources are going to spawn, most plentifully anyway, but we can assume that Amazon will give us, I want to say Amazon, I mean the Amazon, like the rainforest, we can assume it will give us wood, farms will give us chickens, and Saudi Arabia will give us oil when it's available. And probably only on oil reserves. Obviously, if you just buy a random patch of desert in Saudi Arabia, probably won't give you much. I am wondering if anyone will make Kekistan, and if they would supply us with memes of Pepe. Mr. J1S said yesterday that a buddy of his told him that his other friend hit him up about it because he heard it from someone. I know there's a lot of different, people playing phone tag, but this was in Harlem. If we get the hood, it becomes popular with everybody. So, if rapper Travis Scott can feature a Tesla in one of his rap videos, there's no reason to think that this game won't be in other artists' music, also won't appear in their videos. Hopefully Lindsey Sterling does something with it. Just very, very excited about that. And also, it could potentially have its own Billboard charts within the game. Instead of country or rock, we could have the top 10 most listened to in-game original music. We could break new artists, and others could sell their merch, both in-game and in the real world. Potential for a lot of money everywhere you look. Sinkholes. We know they're here, and we know that they can turn up at any time in the real world. Like I've speculated before about hidden blocks of having special bonuses that could have, we could have tiles in the opposite way that could have sinkholes, quite possibly. It could be coded in the game that there are ghosts or animals made to mess up your buildings or gardens, kind of giving it like a sort of challenge. And why do I think that? Well, for those of you that don't know, they did it in Pokemon. Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, as he was turning Lavender Town Funeral Home into a radio tower, he was going to put the bodies, giving them a new resting place in Vermilion City. He got Machops to help build, because they were strong, they could carry all the equipment and the materials, but the Machops kept dying because their physical attacks had no effect on the ghost Pokemon that were there attacking them. Everyone type F in the chat to pay respects to the fallen Machops. They could potentially do something like that in this game. By doing so, they could create jobs, they could create mini-games, play this mini-game, and suck up as many ghosts as you can. Become a real-life Ghostbuster in the game, anyway. Make it so that there are penalties for doing something not illegal, but socially unacceptable. Like say, well, that's not illegal, but they still probably shouldn't do that. Playing with the Ouija board, stealing chickens. Remember, in Ocarina of Time, if you messed with the chickens, they mess you back up. You can experience death by chicken in Hyrule. I do like the idea of a Wild West type of game where anything goes, but also if this is going to be a futuristic society, there should be at least a little bit of order. Like I said, the Ouija board's something that might be able to summon ghosts unintentionally, and then you have to call Ghostbusters to come pick them up. Update from Shane, also developers. I quote, I was about to sleep and noticed other people asking about income tax. Sorry, I should have kept everyone updated on that. I've been so busy focusing on other tasks. We did not expect to grow this fast, and the income tax model was overwhelmed with a large amount of volume. It just takes time for them to process. They have taken steps to isolate these processes, but they still require live data, and without getting too technical, each time we attempt to process it, our servers become unstable. For now, we are focusing on maintaining a stable server, but we do have a team working on solutions for the income tax, and I can assure you that each payment will be backdated for all days missed. Huzzah! Okay, continue. The long-term goal of Earth 2 is definitely not about income tax, but I can appreciate a lot of people are focusing on it right now just because the next phases haven't launched yet. We don't want to make mistakes, and we thank you for your patience. We may be in a position to test an updated solution within the next 24 hours. I have been awake for 30 hours or so now and need to sleep. Thank you for understanding. We're all working really hard. End quote. I have so much respect for that because I have been getting 5 hours of sleep a night doing these videos and doing my other two businesses. Day-to-day operations take up most of my time, and 30 hours no sleep is no joke. I've done that in the military before, and you are not in the right mind when you do that. So shout out to him for that. So to piggyback on some of this, though, just a reminder, up until today, there were only 3 people working because of the holidays. So huzzah for backdated pay. If you were ever in the military, you know the sweet surprise of getting your back pay when finance effed you in the A for 2 weeks, or just if Congress didn't pass a budget in time. So look for tiny bumps in prices as we get this back pay. In reference to the quote about the long-term goal of Earth 2 not being land tax, I think it's because he knows that all tiles will be bought one day, and that as tiles are bought in a specific country, once that last tile is bought, there is no more land tax that you get from that country. So a lot of people buying in small islands or small countries, there'll only be a certain amount of tiles. Once that's done, there's no more land tax. That's why I've been buying outside of the USA because it's very expensive now. A lot of Antarctica. Antarctica is a very large body. Just because there's nothing there, I think it'll have a resource spawn. It'll spawn a lot of resources. That's why I've been buying South Africa, a very large country as well. India, Brazil, just large countries, decent GDPs. And then you have, again, India, just a million people there. China's going to be the same way. Russia, I think, is also like 12 different time zones. It's a lot. In reference to this, it just makes me more excited for the next phases to roll out, because if land tax isn't the ultimate end goal, and we have other things that are ultimate end goals, land tax is only really one thing, so everything else should be a lot more fun. I'm unsure if there will be a cap to your inventory as well, where you would even store it, I don't know, in your house. I mean, if you have, let's say, 1,000 tiles in the Amazon all giving you wood, it'd be very difficult to store that in one house. So I think what would happen is they might have one of those magic invisible inventory lists that we could access at any time. But if they do bring magic into this, I do want a Harry Potter room, a Thunderbolt to be specific. None of this Nimbus 2000 or 2001 crap for the early movies. I want to go fast. Speaking of Nimbus, maybe a flying Nimbus from Dragon Ball Z, or maybe you will have invisible flying devices and you can decorate them how you want. Like I could decorate mine as a Harry Potter broom or a Nimbus 2000 from Dragon Ball Z. Pretty much anything you could think of. I could picture a bunch of people flying as like on a carpet via Aladdin. Comment down below exactly what you want to fly in, if that is available. Again, time does go quickly. Right now, it's been 5 years since The Force Awakens came out, as of this month, December of 2020. This time next year, many of us, I predict, will be 100,000aires inside the game. That's just how much growth potential this has, and this is not financial advice, this is what I'm doing. I'm not selling. There's a chance, I think, when buildings are wiped, and whatever, there's going to be a dip, I think. But again, I could be 100% wrong. The other scenario is that as more people get in, nobody will care about the buildings not being there. Everyone's just going to want to be creative and build their own thing because, again, first to market is what usually gets the bulk of everything. Also, I might not be able to do videos. My voice really, really hurts. But again, voice to market is something that is going to be, this is going to be the first national park. This is going to be the first Pokemon stadium, be the first gymnasium, first concert hall. The first person to have that will get the majority of people wanting to do those things. So that's why I don't think anyone will care that the buildings are wiped. It'll really just be a race to see who finishes what first. So that's why I'm not selling anything. I have a problem just buying and not selling. Remember, there's nothing wrong with taking profit. If you leave your money in game, it could all go to zero. It really could. But if you take your money out, which would probably be the safe thing to do, but if you take your money out, it could go up 100x from where it is now. That's why I believe we'll all be 100,000aires. We keep our money in game if it works out. Again, it's not financial advice, just what I'm doing, but really no one knows. Maybe take out your initial investment and a little bit of profit and leave the rest in game. But I'm letting it ride. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'm not going to talk the rest of the day. I might not do another video later because this really hurts. I love you all. Bye.